What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and this is the UFC Vegas 14 Felder versus Dos Anjos full card predictions, as well as the betting preview. I'm going to go over some parlay bets that I think could be pretty successful for you guys. But first, let's just talk about the weigh-ins and my predictions from there. Now, Don'Tale Mayes, Roque Martinez, a lot of people are probably going to be riding with Don'Tale Mayes. I mean, he's 6'6". He's a lot taller than Roque Martinez, rather. He has almost 18-pound weight advantage and a significant height and reach advantage. But Roque Martinez is not an easy matchup. He looked good against Krokop. He did lose that fight. And I mean, against Romanov, he kind of was manhandled. But Alexander Romanov is a monster. Don'Tale Mayes is not on that level. I'm still riding with Roque Martinez for the upset. I think he could potentially get it done by a submission. But we will see. It could be a knockout. He may get knocked out, though. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm not advising a bet on this fight whatsoever here, but I will give you the betting odds. Roque Martinez a plus 210 dog over at 5 dimes. Don'Tale Mayes a minus 227 favorite over at Bet365. Now let's get to the next matchup of the night. This one here between Geraldo de Fretas and Tony Gravely. De Fretas looked very tall. I mean, he has definitely a height advantage over Gravely here. I do think it's a good matchup. I'm still sticking with my original pick of Tony Gravely even after seeing the weigh-ins, but I think that De Fretas is going to be a legit threat here. As far as betting odds for this matchup, Geraldo de Fretas is a very slight dog at plus 130, that over at Bet365. You can find Tony Gravely at the favorite of minus 130 over at 5 dimes, as well as Bet Online. Another fight, not super crazy about a bet on. Moving up to the next fight, though, this is a matchup that I'm super pumped for, but I also think you could potentially make some money. Kanako Morata versus Ronda Marcos. Both girls make weight. Kanako Morata is a very exciting prospect in the women's strawweight division. I believe she's going to beat Ronda Marcos here, and I believe she's also probably going to win by submission in this matchup. I know Ronda Marcos is very good on the ground, but Morata is definitely very high level on the ground, and she's a slight favorite. I mean, fairly strong at minus 175, that over at Bet365, and Ronda Marcos at a plus 170 underdog. I like the bet on Morata here. I'm going to talk more about Morata after we go over the full card predictions and I go into the parlays, because she may be a piece to add to your parlay picks. Now, as far as the next fight of the night, Jose Quinones versus Luis Smoka. Bad on Luis Smoka. He weighed in at 139, and this is a former flyweight. Terrible weight miss. He was very disappointed in himself. I don't know exactly the issue there, but there was obviously something. He's now going into this fight with a weight advantage over Quinones. I think this helps him. He's going to win the fight. He's going to beat Jose Quinones here. I think he's going to submit him probably around the second round, but not a good look with the weight miss, and a loss here would be devastating for Luis Smoka. Now, as far as betting odds for this matchup, obviously Smoka still decent favorite, but not super strong. He's a minus 130, that at 5 dimes, and Jose Quinones is a plus 120 underdog, also on 5 dimes. I think that it's a potential fight to bet on, but not my favorite one of the night to throw money down. But I think Luis Smoka is going to get it done. I truly do. Now, as far as next fight of the night, this one's actually pretty exciting. Alex Morono, he holds a win over Max Griffin. This is a guy that really can strike, and he's fighting Rise McKee, who also really can strike. And granted, against Khamzat Chimaev, he didn't get a chance to show any of his skills because he was manhandled, but Khamzat Chimaev has become a contender. He's fighting Leon Edwards. So Rise McKee is a very exciting up-and-coming prospect. I think McKee gets the upset in this matchup. It's not going to be easy, though. I mean, it's definitely not an easy fight. Alex Morono, he's a minus 170 favorite. Rise McKee at a plus 160 dog. That is both on 5 dimes. For Alex Morono, you can also bet on him over at Bet Online at a minus 170 as well. I like McKee for the upset, but I don't love McKee for the upset, if you guys know what I mean. It's not a fight that I'm saying go run out and bet on the dog, but I think there's potential for the dog to win. But Morono, experienced veteran, there's definitely a chance to see a Morono victory. It's not a high-confidence underdog pick, but I am riding with Rise McKee here for the potential of the victory. As far as the next fight of the night, I would say it's a pretty good featured prelim. Miranda Granger versus Ashley Yoder. Yoder, older girl. I think Miranda Granger is going to win this fight. I've really been impressed by her striking skills. She's impressive in the clinch, and she came in on weight looking good. She's going to get the W over Ashley Yoder. I am pretty confident in that. She's a minus 147 favorite. Ashley Yoder sitting at a plus 140 underdog. For Yoder, you can throw money down at plus 140 on Sportsbook. Not advising to do it, but she does have a chance. It's not an extremely one-sided matchup, but I do think Granger has the tools to win this fight. It's a matter of her obviously getting it done. Granger's a minus 147 favorite at 5 dimes. Now moving up to the next fight of the night, Brendan Allen versus Sean Strickland. This is one of the most exciting fights of the night for me. 195-pound catch weight. Both guys obviously were able to make that weight limit. Sean Strickland recently looked so good against Jack Marsh, man. His hands are nasty. If he can defend the takedown, he's going to be able to beat Brendan Allen here. I think on the feet, I give Strickland the advantage, but the thing is, can he stop Brendan Allen's takedown? I don't think he will. I think Brendan Allen's going to get him to the mat, and I think Brendan Allen could lock up a submission victory in this matchup. I mean, there's definitely, as I said, there's right here is another fight that it's a pick'ems. It's a true pick'ems, and the betting odds, they agree. They're minus 104 for Brendan Allen. That is at Bet Online. Plus 100 for Sean Strickland over at 5 dimes, as well as Bet365. I think that Brendan Allen wins. I think Sean Strickland has a legit chance, though, and it's not a fight that I want to throw money down on. It's a personal skip the bet on this fight, at least for me. Now, next fight of the night, Eric Anders. He did miss weight. He came in at 187.5 for his fight against Antonio Arroyo. I'm really excited to see this fight. I think Antonio Arroyo is a pretty exciting guy. He's got really good striking. The betting odds have him at a very slight underdog. I think a lot of people saw that Arroyo has a big upside, and he's got a lot of tools, man. Plus 110 is Antonio Arroyo, that at Bet365, as well as Sports Int. You can find Eric Anders at minus 117 at 5 dimes, and also over at Sports Bet. I'm riding with Arroyo here. I think he gets a win in this fight. His striking is superior. Now, next fight of the night, Kay Hansen, Corey McKenna. Two up-and-coming young 21-year-old females. I like both of these girls. Both of these girls really bring it. They come to fight. Both have a very wide variety of skills, but I'm riding with Kay Hansen. She's still going to be the favorite here. She's sitting at a minus 185 over at Bet Online, that is, if you're looking to throw money down on her. For Corey McKenna, a plus 180 dog over on Bet365. I'm very confident in Kay Hansen in this matchup. I truly am. I do think she gets it done. I think stylistically it's a good matchup for her, and I don't think Corey McKenna is going to be able to stop Kay Hansen on her rise up. I think there's a lot of potential for both girls, but especially Kay here. She's just a little bit ahead as far as development goes, in my opinion. Now, co-main event, we already arrived at it. We had a canceled bout, the Julian Marquez fight. Sadly, not going to see that. But co-main event of the evening, Abdul Razak Al Hassan, who missed weight, 172.5, takes on Chaos Williams, who came in at 170 on the money. I'm still riding with Al Hassan here. I think he probably wins by a knockout. I think it could be early. I think it could be the first round. He's sitting at a minus 205 favorite, that over at Bet Online. You can find Chaos Williams at a plus 190 on 5 dimes. Now, we have arrived at the main event. We've already gotten to the main event. We're quickly going through these full card predictions so we can talk about the parlays. Rafael Dos Anjos, Paul Felder. Paul Felder looked in great shape. Dos Anjos, great shape. It's not a fight that I expected anybody to have issues on the scale. Even the short notice, I don't think Felder would have took it if he thought he was going to miss weight. I still believe Rafael Dos Anjos wins this fight. The bets seem to have come in for Felder a bit now, because Rafael Dos Anjos is now sitting at a minus 180 favorite over at Inter Tops, and Paul Felder at a plus 170 underdog at 5 dimes. I'm riding with Rafael Dos Anjos. That is still my prediction, and I do think that he's going to go out there and get it done. Now, as far as parlay picks, I want to talk about the betting preview, because just betting on one fight could make you something, but it's not going to give you the substantial return unless you're betting on a big underdog. I'm going to talk about some 3-fight parlays. First one, I was looking through and I'm like, who do I feel very confident in? I feel very confident in Kay Hansen to get the win. So for me, if I'm putting together a parlay, I like to put Kay Hansen on my parlay. I will do that now. So Kay Hansen here is on my parlay. We know that she's the favorite at minus 190. As far as this is on 5 dimes, but on any of the websites you do it, she's going to be around there. So I have Kay Hansen, who I like on the parlay. Now, looking through the other matchups, who's somebody else that I have strong confidence in? Kanako Morata. I like Kay Hansen and Kanako Morata both. I'm going to do a parlay of those two females. It's a plus 135. This is using 5 dimes. It might be a bit off for you if you're using a different betting site, but about that, you're going to be looking at about a plus 135 for those two girls. Are you confident in those two females? I personally am. I do think they both get it done. My next parlay piece I'm going to bring to you is, what if we put Rafael Dos Anjos in that parlay? He's been training hard. He's been getting ready for this fight for a bit of time. Paul Felder is taking on short notice. I love Paul Felder. He's got knockout power. There's a chance he could win. Well, what's the likelihood? I say slim. Add Rafael Dos Anjos. Now you're sitting for a 3-fight parlay. I like Kay Hansen Kanako Morata, Rafael dos Anjos. That is my 3-fight parlay of the week that I really like. I think there's a lot of potential in that parlay. And honestly, I'm going to do it myself. It's a plus 262. That's pretty good. You're going to have it somewhere around there. It might not be as wide or as big as that. You might be looking at a plus 250, plus 230. You might even be looking at a plus 300, depending on what website you use. But you're going to be looking at a range of, plus 230 to plus 300 for that 3-fight parlay. I really do like it. As far as if I was going to add, if you want to do a 4-fight parlay, high risk because I have less confidence. Those are my 3, I would say, most confident fights here. I would have put Julian Marquez, but that fight's canceled. So there's no 4-fight parlay that I feel as confident in. I have to give you guys one more. If I really have to give it, it is tricky. It's between, for me, Miranda Granger and Luis Smoka, but I have to ride with Miranda Granger. And that is a plus 475. So if you add in, all right, actually take that back. I clicked the wrong person there. That's actually, it's going to be about that, but it's not exactly that. Hold on one second. Let me quickly pull the parlay back up. All right, so we have Granger, Hansen, Rafael dos Anjos, and we're going to add in Kanako Morata. That's not a plus 400, that's a plus 509. Are you confident in those 4? I personally am. I like the 3-fight better, but if you need to do a 4-fight parlay and you're willing to take a bit of a risk, put Miranda Granger as well on there. I think that is a successful 4-fight parlay right there. I will say it's not going to be a guarantee with Granger, but I think the other 3 are. That's my opinion. If you're looking to take more of a risk, obviously you're going to get more of a reward. If you're looking to be a little bit safer, you could do the Dos Anjos, the Morata, and the Hansen parlay. If you're not looking to do Dos Anjos, maybe you don't think he wins. Maybe you just do Hansen and Morata and you'll still get something. But as far as the parlays, those are some ideas that I have. This is the full fight prediction video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoyed me adding a little bit of some parlay picks. I think the parlay is the way to go. As far as prop bets goes, I've said in the past, I'm not the biggest fan of them. Some people really do like them. And if you do, hey, you can go for them. I did bring them up in the actual original full card prediction video. So if you guys are looking for parlay bet ideas, check out that video. I'll link it in the description. But thank you guys all so much for watching the post weigh-in full card predictions and betting preview. I will see you all in the next video. Also, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like this video, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I will see you all in the next video.